saying that to say that I'm not really that type of guy. But this is someone that I know is producing leader upon leader upon leader. And you're going to see that tomorrow morning. Because the mark of a true leader is someone that is duplicating himself. And you're going to see him go up to the stage time after time to give ice. And see, when you're giving ice, that means you're doing the right thing. And so if you guys can help me, welcome to the front of the stage, one of our next regional vice presidents, one of my good
Before I say anything, I'm going to say a lot. I got to give it back to top producer regional director, Mr. Justin Taylor. Just to know that I have the ability to learn from somebody that I've watched come through the ranks, and just to sit back there and just hear that world-class training. I know he's going to be an RVP. I know he's going to be an SVP. And I'm very honored to be in business with him. So one time for Mr. Justin Taylor. I am super fired up to be here today. I remember coming to these regional events every quarter for the last 7 years and just praying for the time that I'd be able to grace this stage. So you have to excuse me if I'm a little extra excited. A little extra fired up. And both of y'all who know me and have seen me train before, you know that I bring a little bit of extra energy. So the more energy I give out, the more energy I expect back. Is that okay? Yeah. Great. Grand and wonderful. How many of y'all never seen me speak before? Show of hands. A lot of y'all. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a nobody, but let me tell you something. When I saw ACN, it was 7 years ago. I was 25 years old. I was living in the basement of my mother's house. I'm a high school dropout, never went to college, got a criminal record from when I was 19 years old doing things I shouldn't have been doing. How many of y'all know just people that just made stupid mistakes in their life and they paid for it their whole life? That was me. I got introduced to ACN in March of 2010 by a complete stranger. She came into the restaurant that I was working in. She asked me if I was open to other ways of making money, and God used her as my guardian angel to change my life. See, I had no idea 7 years ago that I'd be standing on this stage. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm standing on this stage, it has everything to do with the culture of Coalition International. The culture that was put in place by a leader with a vision named Aaron Burke. And yeah, clap. So my topic today, which is one that's near and dear to my heart. You know, you heard Justin Taylor talk about the people that I'll be promoting this weekend and things like that. And that's really exciting to see the team winning. But it has nothing to do with the ACN compensation plan, with the amount of money that's being made, and everything to do with the culture that's being created. So I'm going to teach you guys today a couple of things about culture. Listen, people want to be on a team. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to be in a situation where they feel that they are doing something for the greater good. How many of y'all would agree with that statement? I'll tell you how I know that statement is absolutely true. Because for my whole first year in ACN, I didn't make anything more than $750. But I stayed in. You know why? Because I love being part of something bigger than myself. So if all you're talking about is money, and all you're talking about is check, and no one's painting any vision to create some kind of culture, you're going to have what we call a human factory, a churn and burn, where people come out and then they leave. They come in and then they quit. They come in and then they quit. They come in and then they quit. Who knows about the revolving door of ACN? Who wants to know how to close it? You close it by creating a culture conducive to people having success, a family-type atmosphere within your team, and that's what I'm going to train you on how to create today. Is that fair? Here's a couple of qualities of a purpose-driven leader. Look, a purpose-driven leader is driven by what? Purpose. Can we agree purpose is a lot bigger than any dollar amount? Purpose is something that's on your heart, right? It's something that gets you up early in the morning, makes you go to bed late at night. It's your purpose, yes? So here's some qualities of a purpose-driven leader. Number one, they cast the vision. Why did I put that as the first one? Because men without vision shall perish. It's funny how many of y'all know that, because we agree that when you got enrolled in ACN, the person who gave the presentation probably painted some vision for you about where you could go. See, if you're getting new people started at ACN, and you're not sitting down with them and casting a real vision for where you can take that person is not going to stick around long enough to get it done. See, you have to be the person who can see the future. Now, I don't mean see the future in some type of Miss Cleo kind of way. I'm talking about see a future that you know can be created by taking certain action steps. So here's what I know. I can see the future. I'll be an SVP. You know how I know that? Because I'm in control of creating that future, therefore I can predict it. Don't you have people on your team right now that are brand new, that are excited, that if you painted the right vision for them, they could be the next person up on this stage? It's important for you to learn how to cast vision. A leader is honest. He needs to be trustworthy. A leader must be loyal. Justin talked about that. Loyalty is not dictated by a paycheck. It's dictated by respect. Yes or no? Yes. You have to be loyal to your team. You have to have their back, and they have to know you have their back. A leader has confidence. A purpose-driven leader has confidence. They speak with posture. They speak with conviction. They speak from a place of knowing exactly who they are, exactly what they were created for, and exactly what they have in their hands when it comes to the ACN opportunity, and they don't take it for granted. A leader has a positive, infectious attitude. A purpose-driven leader can walk into a room that's dark and turn the lights on, just with his smile, with his energy. Have you ever met one of those people that come in the room and just suck all the energy out of the room because they're just negative? You need to be the opposite of that. You need to be able to go into a room full of negativity and flip it on everybody. A leader always has a positive attitude, and here's the key. It doesn't matter what's going on in your personal life. You leave that stuff at the door when you come to do ACN. A purpose-driven leader does not show faith in his art. You understand? Next, the ability to delegate. Why is that up there? There's a difference between a money-driven leader and a purpose-driven leader. A money-driven leader wants complete and total control of their business. They want to be the one doing everything, and they don't trust their team with things. And what that does is it stunts the growth of the team. A purpose-driven leader is one that delegates. A purpose-driven leader is one that empowers. A purpose-driven leader is someone who looks at a rep that they have on their team and sees the future of that person, doesn't see them for who they are today, but sees them for who they can be, and then gives them a chance to become that person. Even if they make a mistake. No matter how bad they mess up, the purpose-driven leader will be there to pick them back up. Yes or no? Yes. How many of y'all want to be a leader driven by purpose? Yes. Create a culture where you can have multiple team coordinators, multiple regional directors, and people that be with you to the grave. That's what I'm here to teach you guys. Not just how to get money. Look, we all want money, we all want nice things, but who wants a business that'll grow without you? That's what we're here to teach you. A purpose-driven leader has creativity. Creativity when it comes to all different kinds of things, especially when it comes to problem solving. You have to be creative and find different approaches and different ways. Yes, we have a system, and the system works, but it's okay sometimes to bend things and move things around to get the results. What matters? Results? What's the only thing that matters? Results, right? So it's important for you to be creative and learn how to solve problems. A leader is an effective communicator. Number 9, communication. Here's the difference between communication and conversation. Conversation is I'm talking, you hear me. Okay? Communication is I'm talking, you understand me. So completely different. So when I'm sitting down with a new person casting vision and communicating with them, as I'm teaching them the compensation plan, as I'm teaching them what they need to go ETT, ETL, TC, I'm making them repeat it back to me so I know they understand it. That's called communicating. What's the root word of communicating? Commune, right? Community, right? It's not one person talking and the other person just hearing. It's the other person listening, understanding, and then giving input so the conversation flows and people are effectively communicating. That is a serious quality of a purpose-driven leader. And last is the ability to inspire. How many of you have a big team, more than 20, 30, 40 people, 100 people or more? How many of you have been in long enough to become very close friends with people on your team? How many of you know that's a gift and a curse? Look, it's a gift because You can build relationships and bonds that'll last forever. It's a curse because the second that that friendship becomes on the same level as your leadership, the law of familiarity sets in. And they stop listening the way that they should. So here's how you change that. See, a purpose-driven leader is somebody who's close enough to their team to be able to relate, but far enough ahead to continue to inspire. You better stay in phase one activity. You better stay pushing. You better stay telling your team what you want to say. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. A purpose-driven leader. Let's talk about the difference between leaders and bosses. Now, I'm not talking about bosses like Rick Ross boss, like we all bosses, right? I understand that. I get it. But I'm talking about the difference between a boss at your job and a leader in ACN. Here's a boss. Sometimes I get angry. Y'all see 21 Jump Street? Whatever. Bosses command and give orders, talk without listening, and treat people like a number. I used to work at a restaurant called the Olive Grove. I had two bosses. One of them, his name was John Loud. John Loud was a straight jerk. How many of y'all remember the video phone days? Now, I sold John Loud a video phone that he then bought a second one and sent it to his mother in Greece. After 30 days of using the service, he decided he didn't want it anymore because he had this webcam thing going on. And I told him he couldn't cancel the service. He has it now. You have it now. Right? And so he then proceeded to call a staff meeting and told the whole entire Olive Grove staff, don't support Nick and his pyramid scheme. In fact, this man also, while I was waiting my tables, would pull me from my customers to serve him. Complete and total jerk. If he would call me to come in to cover a shift, you think I would come? Absolutely not. But then I had another boss, his name was Spiro. Spiro is catering my wedding. Spiro, right, is the man that when I was waiting tables, he would be talking to the customers. He was the man that when I was getting busy with food in the kitchen, he'd be back behind the line, helping clean off plates and helping things run. When we would do catering events, he'd be there with us, getting his hands dirty. When he called me to cover his shift, you think I came in? Yes. Listen, people will give you, they'll go to work for money, but they'll give you their heart for meaning. So here's a leader. How many of y'all know this? Leaders inspire people to action with their example, not their words. People don't do what you say, they do what you do. So you better ask yourself, what are you doing? Because your team will model what you do. Leaders listen before they speak. They're open to constructive criticism. They're open to input from the people around them. Why would you cut off the people that are helping you grow and stunt their growth by not listening to them? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. They treat people equally with respect. How many of y'all know that man? That's a leader. That man has been the single most consistent human being in my life from the day that I met him. Everything that he says manifests in his life. He's the true definition of a leader. How many of y'all know these two? These two individuals were there for me when, in the very beginning, and their example that they set back when Mr. Burt was a regional vice president, back when Mrs. Burt was a team coordinator. I remember seeing her regional director promotion. I remember seeing the RVP promotion. And here's what I know for an absolute fact. The people that they were back then is the same people that they are now. They just didn't give up. They just didn't quit. They were leaders from the jump. And many of y'all don't know this man, but this is my pastor. His name is Jess Moser. This man started a camp. He started 5 churches in 5 years and has 5 teams of volunteers who don't get paid a single solitary dime, that'll do anything the man says because of the vision, because he listens, because he communicates, and because he cares. That is the qualities of a purpose-driven leader. I'm talking about how to cast vision. The reason I made a slide dedicated to this alone is because with enough vision, vision and work ethic could be all you really need. Listen, vision is an imagined idea or goal toward which one aspires. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. How many of y'all have a big vision for your life? How many of y'all have a big vision for your team? How many of y'all care about your team more than you care about yourself? Less hands go in. Everyone's hand goes up until it's time to talk about the vision you're casting for them, even when it's not working. Or are you just giving up when they may have lost the vision? Or are you there to just dump a little bit more gasoline and more fire to help re-spark a vision? Let's talk about vision. Team over everything. I want to play a quick video. I was watching this the other day. This is how you paint vision.
You never research something. I want you to do everybody in one day. I want you to research the story of David and Goliath. I want you to understand when the king told David, when he put on the armor on David, he said, I want you to fight Goliath with this armor because he's huge, he's 9 foot tall. And David said something that was very key to the king. He said, King, I can't fight your fight. I got to fight my fight. It's about fighting our fight. 2005, I had one of those tragic injuries ever. And I couldn't help my team. So the leader was slipped away so there could be doubt. But when you still have a leader, and you don't fight for the kind of rally around, you got to get behind them. And it ain't about wins and losses, it's about loyalty. It's about understanding. I'm gonna make the play or watch the play be made. It's simple. It's if I can tell my safety, you call this, I'm going this time. It's a man on a man every time you play the game. It'll never change. It's about winning one-on-one battles. Fight to fight. It's our fight to fight. 1 and 6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1 and 6. Woo! What the man you will fight for. Get everything you got today, not because of the Super Bowl, but because when this game ends, you have a brother call for life. Knowing you gave everything you had. That's why you play as a Raven. That's why you fight as a Raven. That's why no matter what nobody on the outside says, fight your fight. David found a way to fight his fight. Ravens, Joe Flacco, regional team. It's your fight. It's our fight. Let's see if somebody can deal with it. Let's go. Let's go. Family on 3.
Family on 3. Family! You said you did everything you got not because of the scoreboard. He said you give it everything you got because when you gave it everything you got, you know you got a brother for life. That's how you build a team that'll get you to RVP. That's how you build a team that'll get you to SDP. Your people gotta have your back even when you're losing.
Yeah.
You understand? We're gonna talk about a couple of practical steps that you can implement in your business. We're gonna have some business talk about how you can create a winning culture on your team. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Does Coalition not have the most go-hard culture? This is gladiator school, ladies and gentlemen. So when you come in this game and you get enrolled in this culture, you come out different. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Number 1, 24 to 48 hour qualifications. Why is that important? Why is that the first thing written on that list? How much can you make without being qualified? 0. When you get 24 to 48 hour qualifications, it'll change your life. Because paychecks will start rolling weekly. How many of y'all want to get paid every week? How many of y'all want your people getting paid every week? 24 to 48 hour qualifications will change the game. You'll have new ETTs and new ETLs being promoted every single week. Why is that important? Look, it's important for the culture of your team to see other people winning. If the culture of your team is stagnant and everyone's in the same place they were 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, can we agree that's not a winning culture? But do you know that you as the leader of the team are the thermostat that can control the temperature of the culture on your team based around what you do? Stop worrying about what your team does and start worrying more about what you do. 24 to 48 hour qualifications to create paychecks weekly, new ETTs and new ETLs. Here's something that's clutch. Second launch for inviting calls. Let me tell you how this changed my business. How many of y'all know that when you do a launch and you sit down with somebody and you help them get a couple of customers, you help them make a couple of invited calls, and you leave, they stop calling people? Immediately. So what if you went back a second time and took an hour, took 2 hours to help them make more calls until you got 30 people saying they're coming to the BBR? How many of you actually do that? 1, 2, 3, a handful. So if you're taking notes, you should probably write that down. Second launch for invited calls. Because if you implement this in your business, you'll have bigger PBRs, more enrolled IBOs, more customers, bigger residual incomes, bigger CAD checks, everything. Second launch for invited calls. Celebrate every milestone. Keep people engaged daily. Listen, how many of you actually call your new reps every day? Some of you. Listen, you have to communicate with them in one form or fashion every single day. Because every day that you don't talk to them, somebody else is. You have to keep your people engaged every single day. Come early, stay late. Leaders, you cannot be late to the event. It's crazy. I see TCs walking in this event late. RDs walking in this event late. ETLs, ETTs walking into the event late. It's Friday night. You got off work at 5 o'clock. You had all the time in the world. We had this thing put together for you weeks ago, months ago. You knew what you had to do to get here on time, but you weren't here on time. Because it was more important for you to get the right shoes on. People, you worried about all the wrong things. The champions are made in this room. You need to get here on time. Keep things simple. Encourage accountability. Create friendly competition. This is a fact. CD4L, that's all we do. Tony, what you have for the month? Nick, what you have for the month? Bono, what you have for the month? Carmine, what you have for the month? We are constantly competing with each other so that we can be the best in this room. When we're the best in this room, we can be the best in ACN. Chanel, all she say is, we're going to go number one, period. Bert, we've been missing Bert. All it talks about is going number one. Friendly competition is okay. Unhealthy competition, where it starts trash talking and cross-recruiting and sideline, bad-mouthing stuff, that's not what's up. That's not what we do. But we do create a friendly, competitive atmosphere which breeds champions on Coalition. Treat the team like family. The good family, not the family you can't stand. You can judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So I'm not just standing up here on fire about ACN because I don't do this. I do this. We do this on our team. This is all we do. I have no other income stream outside of ACN. It's been that way for the last 5 years. I'm a go-hard ACN IBO entrepreneur, full-blooded. You can judge a tree by the fruit it bears. It came from Keon Lomax, which came from Aaron Burke. So here's what's happened on our tree. This is Demetrius McGregor Jr. When I met him, he was homeless, living in a duffel bag with 2 daughters. Broke. From couch to couch, having no idea where he was going with his life, borrowed the money to get started at ACN, plugged into the culture of Coalition International. Here he is today. At the top of the group This is Mr. Yahya Muhammad. Yahya Muhammad spent some time away from people. About 14 years of his life. Came back home and didn't know anybody. Didn't have a network of people. Was not afraid of talking in front of people. Was very reserved, very observant, very quiet. It was hard to get him to say more than 5 words. But how many of y'all saw his team coordinator promotion? Culture, teach strategy for breakfast. This is John Paul Murphy, J.P. Murphy. See how he got the NJ? That's the Yankee hat, but he got the NJ, the jersey. Yeah. So, J.P. Murphy already made money before ACN, but was completely time broke. No time for his kids. Spending way too much time at work. Now he's getting ready in the next couple of weeks to move to California to go live his dream based on the residual income he made in ACN as a 100-point champion team coordinator. Is Mr. Joshua Antonio Cuevas. He'll be getting promoted to team coordinator tomorrow. Look closely now. That's called an ankle bracelet. Courtesy of the Philadelphia Police Department. Mr. Cuevas was a different person before ACN, but he got into some trouble in his younger years. Got introduced to the ACN opportunity by a close friend of his, got involved, took it seriously, created his own culture in the Philadelphia market with no present upline support, and we will be promoted to team coordinator tomorrow. This is Darren Pino, 19 years old. When I met this kid, he was the most annoying. Just like asked me 1,000,001 questions. I'm thinking I'm trying to scam him. I was like, I don't even want you to sign up, bro. Right? But then, him and I have developed a brotherhood, like a brotherhood, where I'm like his big brother, he's like my little brother. We look out for each other, and I've watched him plug into the culture. I've watched him take the culture that we've created and put it in a box that fits young people in the Hartford County market, and they've blown that area up and put it on the map, and he's getting promoted to team coordinator tomorrow. Build people, and people will build the business. You understand? How many of y'all know this guy? That's Regional Director, Mr. Joshua Carmine. Prior to ACN. A little bit heavier, tatted up, gangster rapper. Y'all never would have thought that, would you? Culture eats strategy for breakfast. Can I please have my team coordinator and Mr. Josh Carmine join me on the stage? Yo, my roster is sick. I don't care what y'all say, right? All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to have them really quickly, about 20 to 30 seconds each. I'm going to have them share one thing about the culture that was created in our organization that helped them become the leaders that they are. Starting with Mr. McGregor.
Mindset and personal development. Pretty much coming from the background I come from, negative mindset, negative people, so I had to switch my environment and hang around people that genuinely cared about my success. It's like trying to drive to Cali. You think you're going to fill up on $20 and it's going to get you to Cali? No. So why would you just get to where you at? You need to go ahead and stay in personal development. The person you are now can't get you to the next level, so you got to stay in personal development to get to that next person.
In real life. And this man drove to Cali in real life. So Mr. Darren Pino.
All right, for me, it's definitely the friendly competition. You know, when I joined ACN, there was an ACN DVD. All I watched was Aaron Burr videos. All he talked about was winning. You know, I went on YouTube, all they talked about was winning. Keon Lomax, all he talks about is they're gonna write books on us. So definitely for me, in my marketplace, I took it out to them. And you know, all I wanted to instill was competition. Not in a negative way, but you know, in definitely a loving way that Coalition breeds it, because everyone here supports each other and they want each other to win. So definitely competition.
I would say that the culture of a no judgment zone. You came into ACN one way, but you want to become something different. And the culture that we have is that regardless of your shortcomings, we don't maximize your shortcomings. We don't even talk about your defects. We maximize your gifts, your talents that God has given you. So,
Don't he just look pretty? Y'all gonna get to know this face. Newly promoted team coordinator, Joshua Wade.
I would say the one thing that's worked for me being out of Coalition Philadelphia is authenticity. You know, people don't want to be sold. People don't want to be convinced. People don't want to be pushed and prodded. People want authenticity. People want you to be real. People want you to know that if, you know, you go to war for them, they'll go to war for you. And I know that my people feel that way. I know that I feel that way about Coalition. And that's the way you have to. You have to be real. You have to be genuine. No fake stuff. I know sometimes it's very hard when you're dealing with hard-headed people, but you got to look at the good in them and see them for where they're at and the vision that you have to cast as a leader.
You know, when Nick asked me what Coalition meant to me, the first thing that came to mind was family. You know, I was received with open arms, and nobody judged me when I came here, regardless of my background or what I used to do. And you know, family You know, Coalition to me is family, and family is everything.
And last but not least, North Dakota Regional Director Joshua Carter.
The way that the culture was built, more or less, like when we got started, and everything that made the biggest difference was, look, making people feel like they're important, because the most important part of a team is your part. And everybody wants to feel important. You can give anybody a task, anything, even the smallest thing, just give people a feeling of importance. Know that they matter and know that you care about them. And that will evolve into something great.
All right. Thank you. I'll need that music again soon, Cliff. I will give you a cue with my hands like this. Okay. How many of y'all know this guy? Oh, well, this guy. Woo! Not done yet. All right. Listen, everyone that you just saw standing on this stage, up to and including me, our journey was not easy. It was hard. We had people quitting left and right. We had people telling us we couldn't do it, the same way that you do. Everything you're going through right now, we've already been through it. And if you just stick in there long enough, plug into the culture, create a culture like this of your own, one day you'll be able to say this. Maybe if you knew how much I lost, it wouldn't bother you so much to watch me win. Now I'm going to close with this. Emotional baggage check. Ladies and gentlemen, you understand that people quit ACN for completely and totally emotional reasons, never logical ones. Here's what happens. You come to ACN with baggage. You come to ACN with problems, and you allow those things to be the reason why you don't succeed, then you try to turn around and blame it on the company. Let me tell you something. People will allow life to be the reason they never truly live. Look at our Facebook page. How many of y'all got people here that are not here this weekend because they have some life stuff to do? Life stuff. But you're not really living though. Paycheck to paycheck life stuff. People will succumb to the weapons of mass distraction. Your emotional baggage consists of real energies from your past that are altering your present. And baby, it's time to set yourself free! Chris Will. Listen, y'all come to ACN with stuff that has nothing to do with ACN, and you're wondering why it's not working for you. Maybe you have in your emotional bag, maybe you have insecurity. Maybe you have insecurity, maybe you don't feel like you're good enough. Maybe your entire life people told you would never amount to anything. Maybe they told you could never make this thing work, being who you are, coming from where you come from. Let me tell you something, you don't need that anymore. To come back because you feel shameful. Let me tell you something, you don't need it anymore. Maybe you have fear of being rejected, fear of somebody telling you no, fear of failing, fear of quitting, fear of everyone around you quitting, fear of it not working. Let me tell you, you don't need it anymore. Maybe you have regret. Maybe you didn't go hard in every other area of your life, and maybe you allow the mistakes you made in other areas, like your marriage or your relationship with your children, to start to affect how you operate in your business. These regrets will kill you. You don't need them anymore. And lastly, maybe you're angry. Maybe you're angry at yourself. Maybe you're angry at your upline. Maybe you're angry at your downline IBOs. Maybe you're angry at your wife. Maybe you're angry at your husband. Maybe you're angry at your children. Maybe you're angry at their teachers. Listen, anger will cloud your vision, not propel it anywhere. Anger is poison, and you don't need it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get free. So with that being said, that's my time for this morning. All glory to my Creator Jesus Christ. All glory to God. I have the pleasure of bringing to the front of the room somebody that has become a brother to me. Somebody that I've watched come through the ranks. Somebody who's got his butt kicked 1,000,001 times and got up 1,000,002. Somebody who's an absolute standard of what a leader is, and he's creating a ton of success stories. He will be one of the next regional vice presidents. Help me bring to the front of the room top producer, regional director, Mr. White.